I'll cut that.
Please do.
All right. Hey, teachers, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Got the wonderful Miss Nelson here for you today with some updates on Doceri. So we're going to be diving in and taking a look at Doceri and kind of getting a little bit, we're going to start basics, right? Basics, even, from setting it up to begin with, and then a little bit more advanced stuff later on. So if you are a advanced Doceri user, then in the description we will put a little time point for you to skip ahead. So let's go to the screen. The first thing that we want to talk about, if you minimize your Doceri, if I go to the little system tray or the little caret symbol in the bottom right corner, it's going to pop up there. You can see it, so I can click on my little Doceri finger.
Connection dashboard. Boom.
Boom. All right, so we downloaded this from doceri.com. I did the try before you buy because I don't have the license code yet, but you got a license, right? And all your math teachers, they all have the license.
Yeah, it should be pushed out to your computers if you do have a license. Otherwise, you can always use the trial version. All right, you need to make sure you have the Doceri app then on your device, whatever device that may be. We're working with the iPad right now. So it is, again, the little finger that it's pointing, and it is blue on our iPad. So you click on that one, and to get it started, we have the desktops. Remembered ones are ones that you've already logged into, and then this is nearby. The way we have them named is by your classroom number. So you're going to click on that, and then it's going to ask you to log in.
So when I was installing the software on my computer, the very first thing it did after it installed was it asked me to create a password. So it's connecting on the iPad there.
What we want to do is use the camera to pull up the QR code. And then on our screen, we're at the connection dashboard, and we are going to connect using that. It might prompt you to type in a username and password, and those username and passwords are what you set up at the very beginning whenever you open Doceri. When you have your projector on, that's what these 1, 2, and 3 sections are. So I can toggle between the different screens.
Very fancy.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool. Okay, so basically what this program does, it runs your desktop from this screen here.
All right, teachers, couple quick things here before we get into how exactly you manipulate and use the Doceri. Let's talk about how it works. You can see here on the left side of the screen that we have the, that's what's going through the projector and up on the wall for your students to see. On the right side of the screen is what Miss Nelson is looking at on the iPad, and Miss Nelson happens to be trapped underneath the document camera right now for the purposes of filming this video, but in reality she is not trapped. The purpose behind this tool is that she is getting a little mobile touch screen version of her computer screen that she can take with her anywhere in the room for proximity issues, to help students. She's able to move around, takes this with her, and she's able to manipulate everything that's going on this screen. So it doesn't matter what software you're using on the screen, the PDFs, if we're looking at a slideshow, if we're looking at a video, anything that we have pulled up on the computer, it doesn't itself necessarily have to interact with Doceri. Doceri is just interacting with this clear layer on top of the screen.
To get going, you got to press your pencil first, and then we are given this area. It is super important for you to be able to manipulate the page here. To do any kind of writing or pointing, we're going to be using one finger. To do any kind of zooming or panning around, moving our picture, we're going to be using 2 fingers. Notice that if I'm zooming in and out and panning around, the students over there on that screen are still seeing the whole entire piece of notes that we're using. Okay.
I don't believe you. Write something on there and prove it.
All right. So what we are going to need our equation, and I think...
Oh, we need the hippopotamus equation?
Yes, yes.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Nice job, Mr. Brown. So notice I was able to make that a little bit cleaner and not so big, and our students are still seeing the whole entire page.
Wow.
All right, the next thing we look at is all of this information up top. It's really easy once you get to understand what each individual thing means, but where you're going to sit a lot of the times is in this area while you're actually taking your annotating. So you can do a pen, a marker, a highlighter, and then you can do some shapes. We have a line, a rectangle, a circle, and then we have an eraser. I don't necessarily use the eraser very much. I like the back button a lot more than I do the eraser, okay? And the forwards button. If you press and hold any of these, it lets you customize them. So you can actually change what they are, a little spray can, and then you can change the size and color, okay? All right, so you would start engaging your students with notes. You can move in and out of all of these things. So our A is going to be our 8, and our B is going to be our 12. And we can zoom in and out here. We're going to substitute that in and write 8 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. And we are going to be solving for that C. Miss Nelson, I don't understand why you chose the 8 and the 12. Can you show me again? You can easily back up your recording by this little swipe down area. All these little white tick marks are one stroke that you have made. So if you come all the way to the left, that gets you back to the beginning. And you can work your students through stroke by stroke if you want to, or you can play it again for them to notice where you got those things and talk through it. This is one handy way to back up and help yourself through it. Oh, Miss Nelson, I didn't get example 1. Can you go back and do that one for me? Absolutely. I'm going to press my little folder up here, and guess what? It saves everything that you do. The last handy feature that Doceri has is the recording feature. If you have a set of notes or anything that you would like to record, maybe over a PowerPoint, and use your voice, you can simply press record, start recording. And for this example, I already have this project up and I can talk through what the notes are, and our students will be able to watch this on any of your on your Google Classroom or YouTube, whatever you have. You can stop recording here and it's going to pull up on your Doceri recordings, and you can simply play. This, and
nice.
It will export here.
Ooh, connected straight to YouTube. I like that.
All right, there's a couple more settings that are here at the top that would be interesting for you to use. The first one is the windshield wiper, and it erases everything you've done if you just want to wipe it clean. The next one is this background patterns, and it allows you to add any of these types of backgrounds that you would want. There's map options. You can throw any kind of, even a music staff, okay? You can throw any of that stuff up there and use it. And then you can also throw in pictures if you would like. So if we have some pictures here that we would like to annotate and show something of, you can put those in there.